Most people don't realize this, but if you hate being told what to do, your brain is wired very differently from everyone else. And no, it's not arrogance, it's not stubbornness, and it's definitely not attitude. It's something much deeper. Psychologists call this reactance. It's the instant mental pushback you feel when someone tries to control your choices. Rules, orders, unsolicited advice. Even when it's good advice, something inside you tightens. And once you understand this pattern, you'll finally see why authority has always rubbed you the wrong way, at work, in relationships, and even in childhood. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. Psychology says people who hate being told what to do aren't being difficult. They're protecting their identity. The moment someone gives you an order, your brain doesn't hear information. It hears, "You're not capable of deciding for yourself." And that feels like a threat. This reaction shows up in 5 rare traits most people never notice because they mistake them for rebellion. You don't need permission to act. In fact, you'd rather struggle, fail, or figure things out the hard way than be controlled. Not because you enjoy difficulty, but because autonomy matters more than comfort. Your brain associates freedom with safety. You rely on your own judgment. That doesn't mean you ignore others, but authority alone doesn't impress you. Titles don't convince you, confidence doesn't either. If something doesn't make sense, you won't follow it, no matter who said it. This is where most people get it wrong about you. Bad leadership irritates you instantly, not emotionally, internally. You can spot weak logic, lazy thinking, and empty rules faster than most people. And once you see it, respect disappears. That's why micromanagers exhaust you, and why meaningless rules feel suffocating. You don't follow people, you follow principles. If something violates your internal code, you won't bend, even if everyone else does. This is why peer pressure rarely works on you, and why you've always felt a little different. You're not loud about rebellion. You don't argue, you don't explain, you don't seek approval. You simply disengage. When control increases, compliance disappears silently. And that silence is often mistaken for agreement. It isn't. This entire pattern exists because your brain is highly sensitive to autonomy threats. Control feels dangerous. Choice feels stabilizing. So your mind pushes back, not to be difficult, but to stay aligned with who you are. Here's the mistake most people with this trait make. They let reactance turn into resistance. But the upgrade is this: stop reacting to control and start choosing intentionally. When you act from purpose instead of defiance, this trait becomes leadership, not conflict. Most people live comfortably following instructions, but people who hate being told what to do were never built for autopilot. They were built to decide.